All right, everybody, we're back with the beginning of our campaign right here. So we already did the first week, which we dedicate for our campaign to kind of just dealing with Ludus business and possibly Death Pit matches, but nobody going to do that for opening week. So Scott went out. He ended up purchasing a Slave Gladiator for his Ludus, and then Vin ended up purchasing a Rotarius for his Ludus as well. So now we're working our way into the second week of the month of March, I believe is what we're in right now. So right now we got the local event set up right now. It's going to be 4 matches for the whole event, but Scott and it's going to be on page 50. But Scott and Vin are only putting 1 gladiator each in the event, and I believe they'll both be facing off against NPCs. So they're going to roll off right now to see who's getting placed in what match. So Vin gets to pick first. Vin, what match are you going to put your guy in?
Number 2.
So Vin will be placing his Rotarius. What's your Rotarius' name?
Natolius.
Natolius. Wow, good one, Vin. So Natolius will be fighting in match 2, and then Scott.
Match 1.
Match 1, and who are you putting in there?
Crybabius Minimus.
What class is he?
He's a Laquarius.
A Laquarius. So that's what we have for the first 2 matches. Now we're going to start rolling for their opponents. Since they're not facing off, they'll be facing off against NPCs that'll be controlled by one of us who's not fighting in the arena at the time. So we go to page 44. That's where you're going to go to the local events for those you guys are following along. And Vin's going to roll first. He's going to roll a d10 to see what his opponent is going to be. Vin rolled a 3, so it'll just be a local gladiator. And then it's going to be number 9 off the local gladiator list, which is page 6. So Vin will be facing a Cestus, who's a pugilist with giant leather and metal plated gloves on his hands. So that's Vin, and then Scott, what are you going to be facing off against? 4. So you'll be fighting a local gladiator as well. And then page 60, I believe, right around there. 58 or 60.
58 to 60.
Okay, jump over to 58. We got 3.
The Murmillo.
The Murmillo.
All right, so Scott's facing Murmillo. So we got Murmillo against Laquarius, and then we have Rotarius against Cestus. We'll be back in a second for the opening match, which would be Scott. Be back in the flesh. Okay, so we are back for match number 2 of this second week local event in March. So right now we have Vin's gladiator called Natolius. He's a Rotarius facing off against the Cestus. Yeah, because he has a net. Facing off against the Cestus, who is an NPC. So this match right here, we got a counter build on Vin's side, facing off more against a sustained build over there with the Cestus. So we're kind of dive into it right now, and these guys are going to roll initiative to kind of get the fight started.
So I got a +2.
All right.
A 9.
So Vin rolled a 10.
Okay,
so his natural critical success is going to win him the initiative. So Vin ends up playing first with Rotarius.
So we're just going to kind of sidestep here. We're going to play to the crowd.
Netolius.
So you're going to use your first action to move, second one to play to the crowd?
Yep.
Okay.
You a real player?
Nope.
No.
Vin rolled a 4. Does not. The crowd is not impressed with your offering before the fight even started. Maybe if you drew a little blood, they might be a little happier. But yeah, it's not right now. So those were Vin's 2 actions. His little shimmy was his first, and his play to the crowd was the second. So the table now goes over to Scott.
All right. So play to the crowd is what is it?
Charisma, yeah.
Need a 10 or what do I need?
6 up.
Let's do it. I'll play to the crowd. Failed.
You guys are not fan favorites.
Okay, taking a defensive stance.
Oh, here we go.
My second action.
So Cestus, defensive stance.
Come get me.
All right.
Charlie, come get
Okay,
your
we're
whooping.
going to do initiative because we don't have fatigue.
Yep.
So +2.
So
I
Vin
go
ends up
first.
winning the initiative for turn number 2.
And I'm going to go with an inch away. He's long.
Are you going to Netolius me?
That's totally see so good.
Oh, you have long.
So you go 1 inch away.
Okay. And so what do I have to use my... Well, I'm in a defensive
You're a
stance.
defensive stance. So Vin's going in there. Vin has a weapon with the long attribute, so he's able to attack from 1 inch away to his opponent, and it forces Scott to reroll one of his dice that are not a critical success. But Scott is also in a defensive stance, so we'll kind of work this out.
So this is my sustain, right? Is that right?
Yeah, you're using your sustained.
So just 2.
2 dice.
Okay, and what am I using, Joe?
So
You're gonna be using your defense.
So I'm going to use... This is one... Is
Just one. So Scott has.
But I'm going to get a reroll.
Yeah. So you roll 1 right now. Is a 5. So in the defensive stance, you can force Vin to reroll his 7. So Vin rolled a 7 and a 3. Scott's able to force Vin to reroll. So there you go. So Scott ended up winning the combat, but in defensive stance, you cannot do any wounds unless you roll a critical success. So Scott won the combat, but that's where it ends. There's no saves that are needed.
And in this case, I wouldn't be able to do a crit anyways because I'm long.
Exactly.
I'm an inch away.
So you have second action now, Vin?
That was I moved to him, then attacked.
Oh, that's one action. You can move into an attack.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So that was only your first action. Yeah.
Same thing again.
Am I still in my defense?
Still in your defensive stance until your turn comes up.
You got a
2, you can force Vin to reroll the 6.
roll your 6.
So 1 goes through.
Okay, and I have.
You have a +2 armor,
So you
and
take 6.
in defensive stance, you get a reroll though.
Oh, I get to reroll.
Yeah,
Okay.
Scott does get a reroll, but he ends up failing his reroll, so 1 wound is plucked off of Cestus.
And then it's your.
I don't care. He's not my guy.
It's not my guy.
You're gonna keep track of my hit points.
Yeah, I got all of it. So you have 7 left.
All right. So my.
It's the
Okay.
bottom of turn 2.
So for me, it's best to just go.
Stick in.
Sustained,
So
yeah.
so you have the choice now, Vin. Since
Counter.
he's doing move into combat, you can choose counter or you can choose sustain.
I'll do counter.
All right, so Vin's gonna stick to his strength there and play counter.
Okay, I'm gonna roll my 4 dice for sustained. It's a pair of
My
6s.
5. I got an 8.
So 1/8 goes through for Vin on the counter.
Damage.
So 1 more wound goes through. Scott failed to make the save.
And you can always do counter attack, right? Or is that only during charges and coming in? Right?
Only when
Now he has to do sustain.
Now you're stuck with
Now.
sustained.
How many dice do you get for sustained?
I think only 2.
2, yeah.
Okay, so here's where this guy's gonna be a little better than you.
So
The critical goes through.
And he doesn't have any.
He has no
he
bread
doesn't
and
have any
butter.
abilities.
So double
it's just-
damage.
It's just a
I'm good.
straight up.
You have a +1 save, don't you? Is that what it
Yeah.
is? So Vin rolled a 9, so he ends up making
Okay.
the save on that one.
So initiative +1, so 4 net. You're going first.
Alright, so.
You roll your fatigue as well, Scott? Are you good?
Yeah, I didn't have any fatigue.
Well, you took 2 wounds, so you have to take the test right now. Yeah.
Okay, right.
And you're good. So he rolled a
So-
6, he has 6 wounds left,
okay.
so he is a 12, which
So
is
no
more
fatigue.
than a 10, so no fatigue.
Okay.
So I'm going to back out with agility.
So you try to disengage.
Yep.
So Vin's going to use his disengage action
Is
to
it
try to get out.
Opposed agility test here.
Yeah, I believe so.
Let's pull it up. I'll read it word for word so people
8.
can.
Net 8.
Four.
You got a +1.
Yeah, so if Vin wants to break away, it's going to be an opposed
page on
agility
there?
test. It's going to be on page 4.
Okay.
I failed the first one. I rolled a 2. And I got a 4, so I'll do it again.
So wait, did Scott win the first?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so if Scott won the first one, he's able to reposition his gladiator anywhere in base contact with Vin. So you can stay where you're at, or you can move somewhere else.
Just stay.
All right, so he's going to stay.
Second time.
So Vin rolled a 9, 6. So Vin is able to disengage his
That's
full
6.
movement.
Oh, the full move.
Yeah, 180 degrees back. Run!
Alright.
You soft boy.
Alright.
That was it.
So now it's to me, right?
Yep, it's to you.
I'll play to the crowd. No.
Man,
And I'll
you guys have terrible
take
charisma.
a defensive stance. Oh,
Alright.
you're long though.
Yeah.
Yeah. I could have chased you, I suppose.
I don't think you can reach me anyway right at this point because I don't think you can move 6.
Yeah, I don't think, Cestus only has 4, right? Or 4 or 5? 5.
5.
Well, I had 2 actions, right? I would have been able to move. And
Yeah, you've been able to move
Yeah,
and then go
and
into
that's
the next
sustained,
one.
right?
Yep.
I probably should have just chased you, but that's okay.
Defensive stat.
Or you play the crowd again, it doesn't matter.
No, I take the defensive stance.
Okay.
So now we're on initiative.
Yep.
So fatigue first. You
Good.
both pass. Well, he
Uh,
passes now initiative.
I got a 1.
You know, 1. So Vin won initiative again. Going into 3.
So now we're going to go up and attack.
So using moving to combat, using sustained. It's a 6 and a 2.
Okay, so you reroll
6.
your 6.
You can use your sustained as well, Scott.
Oh, I thought I had used my
He's defensive stance.
Oh, you're in defense. That's right. You're in defensive stance.
So 1
yeah.
went through.
So 1 wound goes through off the reroll.
So his ability is just long. It's just allowing him to attack.
From an
an
inch
inch
away, and then that's it. And then he can negate.
Okay, so anyways, I got to
negate
make a save
charges.
here. So I made a
Good.
save.
And then another.
Sorry, I mean, I know you want to. I'll try to have him die for you.
Another 7.
So, just again.
And you're good.
Made another save.
He rolled a 10.
Oh, so
So I got it.
so yeah.
Yeah.
So Scott wins the combat.
Yeah, you got to make a
Vin
save.
with the long. Vin can't force Scott to reroll the die. So
Oh, I can't do damage to him.
you unless you roll a critical.
But
Oh,
I'm still 1 away.
What is that? Doesn't matter.
Oh, okay.
Doesn't matter.
Okay,
It doesn't matter.
Somehow I just got a little extra.
Yeah,
vision there.
And it goes through.
So 2 wounds, and Scott, you get favorite die.
Alright.
Yay.
So it's 6 apiece now with the wounds.
And your turn.
Okay, my turn. Okay, so now I'm going in for
The kill.
with the favor right off the bat.
It's a 5.
I'm going in with 5 dice
Alright.
right now.
So your answer with
Counter.
counter.
Lots of 7.
3 7s. Oh man. So 3 7s are good enough to hit. So
Yeah.
The
3
4.
sevens.
Okay, so 3 saves for you.
3 saves for Vin.
And all
3 wounds go through.
Alright.
Oh, that was a really bad roll. Those are the ones and twos we were waiting for.
Yeah, takes a little time. So we got.
Another sustained attack here.
Yeah, this is where it can get ugly for Vin. A 9 and 2 7s.
Alright, so 1 goes through.
1 goes through.
And I'm good.
You're good.
Yep. So Vin ends up making his save there.
Okay, so
Fatigue.
Yep, fatigue test.
do I need to take fatigue?
Anytime you score, anything you have a wound, you have to take a fatigue for every round going forward.
Okay, and I've got a wound. Okay, yeah, that's right.
And I think I failed.
I'm good.
Yep. So Vin takes a fatigue.
Now I'm going to do my +3 haste, which is an extra +3 to initiative.
That's what you picked?
Yeah, so I have +4 right now.
So Vin's using his skill haste, which gives him a +3 to his initiative roll, which you needed.
You needed.
Yes, Vin rolled a 1, but it was enough. Yeah, with the bonuses to get him.
So that's
there.
once per match.
Yeah, one-time thing.
So we're going to back out.
So disengage,
Opposed agility test.
I'm
Up.
No.
10.
and you had 11. Oh wait, no, you have a fatigue point, don't you?
Yeah, but I don't think success is a +1.
It's agility +1 right here.
Yeah, agility +1.
Oh.
So I got a net
So it's
10.
locked into you. Like I said, it's just a stalemate. They both end up having even scores.
Same thing.
Vin's gonna try to disengage again. Yes, he's able to this time.
So we're going back the...
Don't hurt me.
Get out the way.
Alright, so now we're to fatigue test and initiative again.
Well, you're,
No, it's not
Oh,
about
my
yet.
turn.
You're up now. Yes.
So,
So we got 2 actions out of Cestus.
so yeah, I mean, I can just follow you right up, right?
Yeah, first
Move.
action you move, and then second one you can
My move
charge.
was 5. Your move is 6. So
Yeah.
you just moved 6. I moved. First
One
action
inch.
brought me here, and then I'll move in and sustain with 4 dice.
Alright.
Ooh, beat a 9 and a 10.
God.
Oh man,
This might be it for
So
me.
Scott had a 9 and a 10 go through, so 2 hits, so double damage obviously on the first one. Oh, went through.
He's
Oh man, so Vin made the second save to stay alive.
Are you at 1 hit point?
Vin has 1 hit point left with Natalius, Nutella, whatever the hell his name is.
They're killing us.
Yeah, no, this is a bad start to the week,
Yeah,
boys.
okay, so now we're doing fatigue.
Fatigue, yep.
Fatigue, yep.
Right? Alright, I think I might have got fatigued.
I'm
All right,
good.
so you're good on fatigue.
I think I'm.
You are fatigued now, yes. You have
so
1
I
point
got
of
one
fatigue.
Initiative, I got a 6.
And I got a 7.
Okay, so
You're good.
Alright, so we will, oh man.
So turn 5.
so the fatigue affects
So we'll
the
back out.
agility.
Agility, strength,
So all those
charisma, all that
opposed,
stuff.
All those opposed.
Oh.
Roll the 3.
Oh, this could be big for Scott right here.
What are you doing? What'd you do?
I rolled a 1 on trying to back out.
Oh, you're
So
trying.
yeah.
Oh,
Ones and
okay.
twos, boys. Oh, no, that's
10.
the worst.
So it's the crit. So
So there's nothing you can
Okay.
do on a crit for
Okay.
disengage. You
I
just
just slap him.
but you can reposition and possibly put his ass into the pillar.
I don't want anything to do with that.
Same thing.
I don't know what kind of gladiator game you're playing. Oh, this is big. All right, so let's see what happens here. So Vin rolled a crit to disengage. Scott needs to roll a 10 here to. All right. So wait, hold on. So with the disengage, since Vin rolled a crit, Vin's able to kind of slash at Scott as he backs out. So Scott has to make a armor save here, or he loses 1 wound. And that's the critical success bonus for disengage.
Slasher?
So
Slash me.
Vin got a little pokey with the
Yeah, he sure
with the
did.
trident.
What am I? What
So 1 wound is lost by Scott there.
What am I at?
You're down to 5.
I'm at 5. Okay. I'll note that over here. All right, where are we at? You got away again? Man,
The dance
slippery
continues.
little sucker.
So you guys got what? Fatigue?
Yep.
Yeah.
Going
Oh,
in
no, I
the-
thought it was. Oh, yeah, no, he came up to me. That's right.
Yep. Fatigue turns 6.
So I.
Scott's
Okay.
good.
So I lose my fatigue. I have.
Yeah,
no-
yeah.
no
Scott
gained it.
passed. Vin gained 1
Okay,
fatigue.
an initiative. So then the fatigue
I'm good.
affects initiative.
Is
then.
initiative as well.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I've probably been cheating on
It's a
that.
+1.
No, I've been
That's
keeping an eye on it. You've been,
okay.
yeah, you've
Okay.
been all right.
So I had a net 4.
If you've been cheating, you've been doing it horribly.
Okay.
So I'm going to go up.
So Vin's gonna use long.
Sustained.
Pokey again.
So 8 and a 3.
3.
Remember
I'm
with.
not in a defensive stance.
Oh, so you get sustained. You get your sustained dice pool.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
so-
even when he's
He's not in defensive stance. Even if you're
Okay.
inch away, the thing is you can make him re-roll one of his dice with long.
okay.
with long.
Yeah.
No, you
So
probably
reroll
want me to
the
reroll.
Well, not the 10. You can't. The 10 automatically goes through. You can force him to re-roll the 9, though.
Okay.
You can never force anybody to re-roll a critical success.
Well, that's a 9 again.
That's
Oh,
a
if I
9
would've- I
again.
wouldn't have gotten up to him.
So
Damn.
that's
Okay.
3. So
Actually, that's
that.
how long works.
No wait.
Yep.
The 8.
I'm positive I wrote it.
So those two go through.
So,
These were negated. 8,
Yep.
8 negates the 4 and the 1.
Yeah.
Right there.
Yeah. So it's pretty
Two
much over.
saves.
well, you got 2 saves. The critical success save.
It's over.
It's-
Oh, wait.
Oh, it's way
Hold
worse than
on.
over.
So,
Oh, it could be a death.
it could be death.
Oh,
so
no, I don't
on
wanna
the
kill your
on the
guy.
critical on the critical success save, Vin rolled a 1, which leads to potential for a death blow. Scott,
Do I have to roll a death blow?
you have to roll a death blow here. If Scott rolls a 9 or a 10,
It's
he literally got his teeth punched into his
it's a
brain.
7,
That
yeah.
did not happen. Vin just ends up just losing.
Alright.
Wow, you guys are 0 for 2 in the opening
man.
event. Rotarius is
Once
down.
again, sir.
Yeah.
Gentleman's Tension returns the favor.
Sorry. I hope you roll better on the failure table. Than
So
I do.
yeah, we're gonna go to the table of defeat now, since the NPC does not get to
My
roll.
bad. That went out.
Vin's gonna roll on table of defeat.
So it's
Vin
6.
rolls a 6, and this is on page 73. As you rise to your feet, the crowd applauds your efforts in the arena. That's it. You don't get
Anything else?
nothing else.
Attaboy.
No injuries, no nothing,
Attaboy.
no bonuses. Yeah, just like thanks for showing up and
That's
almost
alright.
getting killed.
As long as my Democarius is still around,
Yeah, but we'll bring him out for the regionals. So that's the that's going to be our first battle report here for Sons of Mars. As you guys can see, styles do make fights. In the first one, it was more 2 sustained builds. Both guys kind of staying stubborn and staying stuck in, which kind of led to a slugfest. And the second one was a little bit more dynamic with trying to use mobility and really look for different opportunities to attack. As you guys see too, when you guys start playing your own campaigns as well as following along with us, as your guys start to level up, you're going to open up more skills, and you're going to be able to do a lot more stuff in the arena. A lot of the guys that we played with today, they're really kind of in the beginning of their careers at this point with usually 1, maybe 2 skills. So they're not really able to do too much yet, but that'll continue to improve as we play a little bit deeper into the campaign. So thanks for watching. Like, subscribe. You guys know the routine. Leave some comments below if there's other stuff you guys want to see us do as far as battle reports. I'll catch you guys later.